How's it going, everybody? My name is Ben from the Ben and Bev channel, and today we are going to be talking about the third episode of WandaVision. If you have not seen the first and second episodes, I highly suggest checking them out before this video because I will be talking about them to some length. So at the end of the last episode, it was revealed that Wanda was indeed pregnant, and there's something else. I can't remember. What was it? Oh, that's right. So the third episode starts off in color as we left in the last episode, and with a lot more 60s, 70s type of style. It also deals a lot with Wanda being pregnant, and it goes over some scenes with a doctor and Vision trying to wrap his brain around what all is going to happen over the next 9 months or 4 days. Slight spoiler there, but it happens all within the confines of this episode, and you see him try and not act like it's happening at an accelerated rate, and the different neighbors that come into play have some really funny interactions about how weird everything's been. And I think some of the characters, all of them from the neighbors to Agnes to Vision and Wanda, all are starting to realize that something's a little bit strange about this place that they're all in, and they all have more moments where they either break or they start questioning reality. There was one scene where Vision said something to Wanda that was very noticeable of what was going around them, and he was starting to question everything, and then the scene cuts back almost like a perfect edit, and he says something else entirely, and at first I had to go back because I thought it was a mess up in the stream that I was watching, and I was like, holy cow. It's a very effective maneuver to kind of make the questioning of reality a little more serious, even though the show itself can be quite goofy at times. Now, the second half of the episode, everything amps up because Wanda is going through contractions. When the water breaks, everything starts raining. There's stuff all over the house that's either coming to life or just moving everywhere. Meanwhile, Wanda and Vision are trying to maintain that everything's normal and nothing's out of the ordinary, even though Geraldine, for some reason, walks in looking for something, and Wanda's just trying to keep her thinking everything's normal. But there's a scene where Wanda kind of breaks her caricature version for the sitcom, and she starts talking in her own accent again, singing a song to her children at Sokovian, and she starts talking about Quicksilver. And Geraldine looks at her and goes, "He was killed by Ultron, right?" And it was just a weird moment because the way they did the soundtrack and everything, it was said with depth, and you really felt the emotional twist. And Wanda looks at her and says, "What did you say?" And Geraldine starts breaking back into the sitcom version of herself, and the scene cuts from there. And the next time we see them, Geraldine is being thrown out of some type of annihilation-like force field. There's all types of federal agents around her, and as she's going through the air, the aspect ratio goes from a square to the 2 bars at the top widescreen, and I was just like, okay. That was a really cool twist, because if you're not looking at it, you realize like it looks like there's a zoom or something happening, but the aspect ratio is changing as she leaves the reality. And I have no idea what it entails. Now, as much as I did enjoy the last 2 episodes, I did not know where they were going, but this episode solidifies for me that I have high hopes for this show now. My expectations are raised, but I think it's going to hit them, because it's definitely getting weird, and it's getting good weird. I'm getting that type of Marvel emotion feeling you get when you see Endgame for the first time. But anyways, guys, we'll see you next time. Like, comment, subscribe. Ben, not Bev, alone in the closet again. Out.